Welcome back and just welcome if you're new here. Today we are gonna be showing you how the arena point system actually works, and I will also be sharing how much you realistically need in order to get a 6 star in the top ranks, in top 1%, and a 5 star in 1 to 5%. I thought the 5 star would have been easier and can be done by a cavalier as well, but I was wrong. And the rewards, in my opinion, are not worth it. I'm just gonna share my experience, how much I had to grind. I got a rank, I think, from 11 to 20%, and the rewards were okay. So I got 10,000 5-star shards and 3,000 6-star shards, which are not bad, but the amount of effort I put in, I might have as well explored Act 6 or Act 7, instead of Arena. But I also got some units along the way and battleground chips, so I think it was okay-ish, but I don't know how people grind for that top 1% spot. It's not my cup of tea, and I still think you should at least try it, because there's no harm in trying, right? And who knows, you might like it. I don't, but you might. Before we begin, I want you to know that arena points are actually dependent on your champion's prestige, and ranking up high prestige champions will award you more points. However, ranking up 6 stars or 7 stars just on the basis of prestige is not ideal. So don't just base your rank ups just on the prestige, alright? But it does give you more points in arena. What you can do is play your high prestige champions only when you have a 3x bonus, not before that. Just use your trash champions at the starting and your really good champions. Like if you have R Force with really low prestige and R Force with really high prestige, play the lower ones first and then the highest ones. Okay, now we're gonna get into an arena match, and what I want you to do is look at the point difference. I took the champ which had almost similar rating, and I tried class advantage and disadvantage, and you might see that She-Hulk has the highest points, whereas Star-Lord has the lowest. There's not much difference because they were already similar in prestige, but fighting against a class disadvantage will award you more points, and 500, 1000 points, that's the maximum difference it makes. So it doesn't really matter, but it does give you an edge. So the order, in my opinion, goes from, if you have a class advantage, go for it. Your champion's prestige matters more. And then if you have a class disadvantage, then you should take it that, but after the class advantage thing, alright? Because your opponent's prestige also matters, and fighting a class disadvantage will actually increase the points. And the third and the last option is, obviously, if you have no class advantage disadvantage, go for the fight. And placing your highest attacker against the highest defender will generate the most points in the fight. I'm gonna show you one more example with class advantage, and here Shuri and Penny Parker had the same rating, but the class advantage gave Penny Parker more points. Their defenders have almost the same rating, the attackers had exactly the same rating, but still Penny Parker had more points because she had class advantage, and hence her rating was boosted. Moving on, how much do you need for a 6 star or a 5 star in an arena? So starting off, we basically have two types of arenas. One which awards more points. I'll show you a picture, I don't know what it's called, but one of these awards more points and one less. So I had a lot of 6 stars, and I thought, why not try for the arena that gives more points for 6 stars, and I wouldn't have to use my 5 stars then. So I went for that arena and I scored a 17 million points, I think, yes, and I got a rank of 11 to 20%. And for me it was decent. Like, I was happy for the effort I put in. I could do more, but that would take abstaining from all the other things that I do, from daily quests to, exploration and everything else. So usually the arena in which I competed in was Gladiator this time, and Gladiator actually went for 100 million points, which is almost 5-6 times my points, and I don't think I'm ready for that. And the other event had Wolverine, which went for I think 30 million points, and you can take this as a benchmark. Like, don't think every champion is gonna go for 100 million. Like Silk went for a lot higher, 150, 140, I think, something like that. But you get the idea, right? For 5-star, however, 5-star, I think Gladiator was at 35 million points, and that was actually doable. I might try for a 5-star champion, just as a souvenir, so that I keep him in my collection. Maybe make a video on him, I don't know. But yeah, so there it is. I don't recommend you actually trying for this unless you have a massive roster, or you are actually investing money in the game, or you really want the champions more than you want to live for the next 3 days. Just forget about all of that and grind. It gets really monotonous after a while, but if you really want it, then you gotta do something that others are not doing, right? So yeah, I think this is it for the video. Oh, I have to cover one more part actually. Now with the Ascension coming in, you might think, do Ascended champions actually reward more points than a 6-star? And the answer to that is no. A 6-star will always take priority over a 5-star Ascended. Similarly, a 7-star will take priority over a 6-star Ascended. In this case, like I mentioned before, stars matter more than prestige. You might have a 15k Angela and a 14k 6-star Spot, so Spot will give you more points than a 5-star Ascended Angela. In this case, stars will dominate.